Francesco Garripoli, and welcome to Wuji Mountain and the Wuji Mountain Musings. This is Wuji Mountain Musings number 119. I'm reading them from my ebook version of my new book, The Qi Effect, edited by Tara Friedman, my beautiful friend and student of Qigong, who has been certified in the organ cleansing and the Wuji Hundun Qigong forms. So she seemed to be the right person to help edit this book because she really understands my intention and the whole philosophy of what the Wuji Mountain Musings are about. Whereas the Qi Effect book is going to be sharing a lot about the core principles of Qigong. The Wuji Mountain Musings, the second half of the book, is about kind of like the philosophical poetry part of our practice. So number 119 out of the 889 Wuji Mountain Musings in the book, I just pick a random one every day for these videos. So 119 popped up and we'll see what happens. I'll read it and then we'll talk about it. Yes, it will appear as if emotions become amplified or more present at times, and that is simply because you are awakening the channels of transformation, which require refined sensitivity and engagement at the heart level. Your nervous system alignment will be a natural aspect of this training as well. As we focus and refine our intentions, new and enhanced neural pathways will be cultivated. The key is consistency of practice, as neuroscience shows us that repetition will help secure those pathways and help them interconnect with the brain and nervous system to increase their effectiveness and longevity. So, interesting statement. It has to do with our practice, which is a lot of this book is going to be about practice. What's our practice? It may be meditation for you, and maybe Qigong. It may be a combination. It may include yoga, Reiki, Tai Chi. That's beautiful. Practice is key. What you've committed to your daily personal growth and transformation is what defines you. It's part of your intention. Just like your name is your intention, your practice is your intention. So the question is, are you willing to engage in a way where these stories, these ideas, these musings, these meditations that you engage in, how deep are you going to let them be? Are they going to be just that hour-long practice you do once in a while, and then you forget about them and go back into your daily life and point fingers and blame and all those kinds of things about complaining about the world or managing the world or thinking the world's all wonderful, however you might attitude it? Where's your practice in that attitude? Where's your practice in the daily interactions you have? Where's your practice in your job? Where's your practice in your personal life? How can that neural pathway development, and what that means basically is what we generate in our brain, how those neural pathways, those grooves in our gray matter get built and constructed, and how they retain themselves through iterative practice. If you consistently work on setting intentions, if you consistently work on your meditation, if you consistently work on your Qigong, Tai Chi, yoga, you set a pattern, a set of neural patterns and pathways. We can rely on those. So we have to learn how to hijack the way our physiology works. We have to learn how to work with our body, mind, and spirit in a way that we are conscious of using those propensities of habituation, of pattern recognition, of pattern development for our good. By doing that, our practice now becomes a core foundational structure that we can rely on when the you-know-what hits the fan, when we hit our edge, when we hit our triggers, when we get those challenges in life that put us up to that moment where did we do our practice deep enough where we have now secured a place within us of reference, a place where we can internally reference this experience in life that may be a trigger from another person, maybe your teenage daughter, it may be a friend, a partner, it might be the world situation. And Lord knows we're dealing with a world situation right now that can be full of edges and triggers in us emotionally. But those emotions are powerful opportunities for transformation if we stay vigilant, which means to stay awake, stay on vigil, to stay awake enough to observe them before they take over us. When we are in front of that curve and we observe emotions as they express themselves, all of a sudden, we look at them in a different way. We take in a more objective view. The emotion now no longer controls us, but we are in the observer condition. We're in the observer position of looking at that emotion. And in quantum physics, we might say this actually collapses the wave function into a tangible way. So the randomness, when we say quantum physics, you think, what is he talking about? Well, that basically talks about the unstructured, random, high probability of almost anything happening effect in our universe. Mostly it happens at an atomic level, but that resonance expresses itself in our daily life. The wave function describes that chaotic structure. Collapsing the wave structure, collapsing that wave function itself happens through consciousness, through our awareness, through our vigilance of being present at the heart resonant level. That's the key. And when we can return back to that heart resonance in a conscious, productive way, each time a trigger or emotion comes up, you help to define and set those grooves of your neural pathways in a deeper, deeper way where our endocrine system, that's our hormonal system, and our body's reaction system, our vagus nerve control of our heart, and our mind-body connection gets deeper and deeper. And all of a sudden, our life experience becomes a much more joyful one because we're no longer at the whims of our emotion. We're no longer a victim of those emotional reactions. But we're now one step ahead in that timeline by collapsing that wave function into a moment of presence driven by heart resonance that helps us see this world as the gift it is. Peace.